Greetings, this is Amy Wentley with Chai Knuckles Knitting, and this is episode 2021-15, the Ebbie Cardigan, joining the right front band and the right back. I'm working on the Ebbie Cardigan. This is a pattern by Alice Caetano that's distributed by Brooklyn Tweed, and I'm using the Brooklyn Tweed yarn Dapple to make this sweater. And I started off by working the right front band. And for my size, that was 18 rows. And when I got done with those 18 rows, I bound off stitches and I left my last stitch here free. And then I put the rest, that stitch and the rest of the stitches on waste yarn to hold it. I marked the front, the right side of the right front band so that I could tell the right side from the wrong side. That's a good thing to do, good tip for you. And then after I finished that, I set that aside and then I worked the back, the right back. So this is the right back and it is still on my needles. So this is the right side facing me, and I have a marker here to let me know what the right side is. When you have a garter stitch based pattern like this, sometimes it's hard to tell the front from the back. So I put this stitch marker on here to let me know this is my front. So this is the right side facing me. My working yarn is here on the right hand side. And let me get it over there and get all this yarn out of the way. Okay, so I have the right front facing, or the back, this is the back, the right back. I have the right side facing me. I have my circular needle in here. I have my working yarn here with right side facing coming out of the right side. And then as I go across this whole right back piece, when I get to the end, this is where my neck increase stitches are at the end of that section. And so now you have some instructions in your pattern, and it tells you to join the back and the right front. They tell you to return the right front stitches, that was the first piece I showed you, to the left side of the circular needle, ready to work a right side row. With the right side facing, you should have the back piece on the right and the front piece on the left, with the neck shaping and bound off band stitches in the middle of the row. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and I'll walk us through it. So this is my right back. Again, this is my working yarn and this is my circular needle. I am going to go to the other end away from my working yarn to where the neck increase stitches happen. When I get there, I am going to take my right front band and I'm going to find the right side of that, and that should be the place where your bound off stitches are. And I'm going to have the right side of this piece facing me and the right side of my right back facing me. And at this point, I'm going to take the stitches and I am going to move them onto, this is the left side of the circular needle. So the instructions say, return right front stitches, this is them, to the left side of the circular needle, ready to work a right side row. So I'm going to pick up this first stitch of the bind off, and then I'm going to pick up the rest of the stitches that are held here. And I'm going to be doing that as if to purl. So I'm going to just be sliding these stitches onto the circular needle that I'm using to work the right back. And I'm just going to do this all along here. And it's going to take me a little while. So I am going to go ahead and finish doing this. I'm going to pause the recording. I'm going to finish doing this, and I'm going to show you what it looks like at the end and talk a little bit about where we're going from here. So I'm just going to pause for just a second. I will be right back. Hi, I'm back. I'm coming up on the last few stitches that I'm putting on the working needle, And I just wanted to mention at this point that I am also moving my markers, like here, onto that needle too, because I don't know whether we're going to be using those markers or not in the future. So I'll keep them on there, and if I need to, I can rearrange them and move them later. What's going to happen now is you now have your right front band and your right back joined together. You're now going to start working this way, and you're working the rest of the front. You're filling in the rest of the front and the rest of the back at the same time. This place where both pieces join are eventually going to be your shoulder. And I'm not sure of this because I'm knitting this as I'm taping this for you, but I'm thinking that this is going to end up being the neck band at the back of your neck. We'll see. So now you're going to be starting a new stitch pattern, and you're just going to be working out for a certain number of inches until we get to the next instruction. And you'll see here at the middle, you've got the neck increase stitches, and then you've got the flap of the bound off stitches of your band, and then you just pick up going on the stitches here. So look forward to future videos on this sweater. This will be an adventure. Thank you. Bye-bye.